Hello everyone, I am Dr. Eric Morrison. This is 7 Under 3, and I'll be covering trading education using the TC2000 and TradingView platforms. Hello, this is the Futures Week in Review, and I'd like to get started with the metals category. We have a nice crowded long with the COD index. Last week, the COD index was set for the commercials and large speculators, but not the small. This week it's set for all three. So our first COD indice long that triggered. As you can see, previous week, 2 weeks, we had an overall Z3 long for the Swiss franc. Max COD indice to the upside and has not stopped and kept going up all the way past the Z3 up to the RL270. Nice overall gains on one contract, $2,018. Now cotton, I did not do this particular trade, but interesting phenomenon as far as the overall turn was that basically cotton was crowded long with commercials below their 6-month average, went down, touched the Z3 or a potential Z3 long, and its COD index for last week was maxed to the long side. So interesting on how this went ahead and bottom ticked the Z3 before retracement. And now, as you can see here, it's crowded short with the max COD index like it had last week, almost the same to the upside. We do have momentum to the downside here. So for next week or this Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and do another Z3 long here for this. But just interesting on the overall bounce here with the COD indice in the opposite direction of the crowding. And now it is fully crowded short instead of crowded long. Total flip. And this overall move is about $810 on the long with a nice low risk entry and break even here. Going to gold, incredible swings for gold. Massive consolidation here with a loss on Monday and Wednesday, and then a nice overall drop with the COD indice here. So incredible rebalancing and regain on Friday after the employment report came out. And as you can see here, even after the close, it continued to gap down on Friday. We'll see on Sunday whether or not it does any retracement. Right now, gold futures are set and max crowded long in the 80th percentile. So this is a good candidate for another short, at least down to potentially the RL270 or the Z3 here area. Copper, beautiful gains here too as well. Overall short and a massive nice gain here with continued price action and gap down potentially to the RL270 or that liquidity zone for copper. Now palladium's part of the metals, so I'm thinking of trading it as baskets as long as the metals category is crowded the way it is. So we do have an additional gap down from Friday, the potential all the way down to the RL270 here. Platinum as well as part of the metals category. Have a nice gap down. This was the weakest, I think, out of all of them, and continue to catapult that to the downside. Suspect RL270 and the 200 as potential liquidity zone for platinum. Nice overall gain of 24.30. Now sugar was an overall gain from Monday and just continued to rocket up all the way through until Friday where it came down. Now it was red week, but this overall gain here was a nice $78 gain on sugar. However, with the COD indice, the actual turn started here on that Friday. Huge momentum to the upside. And as you can see, the COD indice is set for a long now. We'll see if it has continued price action to the upside. We do have nice weekly momentum to the upside. Silver, part of that overall metals basket, continued. The downside got a lot stronger than gold even. And then after the actual announcement of the employment report, just collapsed again too as well. Nice overall gain of $2,330. Soybean meal and a nice overall gains to the downside and then paused before it continued upwards on its retracement. Didn't hit the RL270. It was coming off nicely off previous week's momentum to the downside. Nice overall gain of $780. Oats had a nice overall drop on Monday. Overall maximized COD indice to the downside and continued all the way down to the downside. And as you can see here, we have a nice catapult here too as well. Could go down all the way down here to the weekly Z3 with additional weekly momentum to the downside and indicator on Friday too as well. We don't have a COT indice in support, but it is massively crowded long in the 90th percentile for large speculators. One thing to note, even though metals is consistently weak across all of them, copper is now hitting its weekly RL270 here at this liquidity zone, so we may see a bounce again. We don't have actual weekly momentum for copper. We do have weekly momentum for gold to the downside. We do have weekly momentum for platinum to the downside. Silver still kind of weak as far as overall momentum to the downside. And palladium is kind of stalled in this consolidation zone, while it is also mixed on its crowding. So my focus will be on gold and platinum while observing the others, silver, copper, and palladium. We just need to see on Sunday evening where the bid and ask are in terms of overall. If it gaps up significantly, I'm going to be focused on the ones that are the most crowded. So in trading the overall COT indice futures that were maximized, had 2 losses, 8 wins, at an 80% win rate. Overall gain is $12,820. So not too bad utilizing the COT indices, both at the category level and the individual level. If you're interested in these kind of strategies going forward, programming in both PineScript or Python, auto trading, and wanting to join a community of traders that will explain the commitment of traders tables, click on the links below. And remember, ruthless risk management. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you like this video, hit the like Rumble button below and the subscribe button. And if you want more information, click the course information links below. On the TradingView link and on TC2000, I have an affiliate link. If you open up a TC2000 account, you will receive a $25 discount using that link. Thank you for your time.